Hi, in this video, we're going to be talking about awareness. We're going to identify your current money frequency, what you're vibrating at, and the reason why is you can't change anything unless you are aware of it. So this whole video is about awareness. So let's do a little experiment before we jump into the training. So right now, take a breath with me. And before we talk about money, I want you to notice how you're feeling right now in this moment when you hear the word money. Does your chest tighten? Does your mind jump to what's missing, what's overdue, that you don't have enough money in your checking account to cover your bills this month? Or do you feel open, curious, like money is something that flows easily to you? So your response is what's known as your money frequency. And you are always broadcasting a signal to the universe. Every single day, you're calling in a financial reality that matches what you're sending out. So this month, we're changing the signal. How about that? So I'm really glad you're here because we're diving into the foundation today. So we're going to be talking about your energy around money and why it's the most powerful factor of wealth and your ability to receive more money. So let's get everybody on the same page with a little definition of money frequency. And according to the law of attraction, everything in the universe, you, me, money, everything we've ever had in life is vibrating at a certain frequency. And the law says like attracts like. Matched frequencies come together. Non-matched frequencies repel. A really good example is you meet somebody, and I'm more of a quiet, observing kind of person. So a really loud, yay, yeah, 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 just kind of like repels. I'm like, oh, that's too much for me. So everything is energy, and we're talking about your vibration, energy, and what you are consistently holding around money. And of course, it's your relationship with money. So, what you believe you're worthy of receiving or not is like a radio station that you're broadcasting. And the universe is always listening, it's always sending you exactly what you're sending out. So, if you're broadcasting scarcity, there's never enough, money's hard, I have to struggle, the universe goes, oh, you want more? Okay, here you go. And boom, that's your reality. And the same is true if you're broadcasting on the abundance station. You're like, oh my, I'm so grateful. Opportunities come to me, money flows to me from unexpected sources. Can't believe how much money I have. My checking account, it keeps multiplying. And all of this frequency is being broadcast back to you because that's what you're sending out to the universe. Okay, so now let's do a little assessment because your current financial reality is not a reflection of your worth. It's not a reflection how hard you've worked. It is a reflection of your dominant money thought and frequency up to this point. And the good news is you can change it, and you can change it really quickly. But you have to know where you're at so you can change it. So when you think of your bank account and the money that's in it, is it a source of ease and like, yay, I'm grateful I have money? Or are you, oh my gosh, I'm a little stressed. I have some anxiety about my bills coming in, you know? So where are you at in this? And when somebody wins something, they get a promotion, they get a client, or they won the lottery, or somebody gets something, how do you feel about that? Are you like, oh man, I wish I would have won that? Or are you like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful? It just popped into my mind. I drive on the freeway. I see Porsches. I see Maseratis. Of course, there's a million Mercedes. And I'm like, Corvettes, Lamborghinis. I see those. And people look at me and go, how do you see all these kind of cars? It's what I'm tuned into. And I tell myself, because I drive a Jag, I'm driving in the wealthy section of the freeway because we all congregate together, right? I find that really interesting. I'm not going to tell. Okay, I'll tell the story. There was a Corvette, a Porsche, and myself. I was coming from Grass Valley, which is Sacramento, to San Francisco. And it was at night. And of course, we were speeding and we'd take turns. The Corvette would lead, and then the Jag would lead, and then the Porsche would lead, and we'd just keep trading off. And it was just like so much fun playing with these boys on the freeway. I don't know why that came up, but it was a fun story. Anyhow, so what does that prove? Abundance. There's the evidence, right? I hang out in that rich part of the freeway. I have evidence that wealthy cars are around me when I drive. There's the proof, right? So, what is your data? What do you see? What are you calling in? Because if you start looking at your life, there are clues to your frequency. So here's a powerful question you can to ponder. What level of financial abundance does your current energy actually match? What kind of car are you driving? What kind of restaurants do you eat at? What kind of clothes are you wearing? Now, this is nothing about deserving or you're not good enough, none of that. We're just asking a question to see where your current vibration is because we're moving up, right? And we have to know where we're at. So, a low vibration is scarcity thoughts, most obvious, right? Oh, I can't afford that. Money doesn't stay with me. Rich people are lucky. Oh, that never happens to me. Well, when you say stuff like that, it becomes true, and that is your frequency. And you can also have a desperate energy. So I had somebody I knew at one time that said, oh my God, I need money for the rent and this desperation. Well, what happens when you're desperate? You're in lack. And so you get more lack. And the language might be, I don't have enough. And the energy is wanting. Oh, I need, I want, right? This is a desperate energy and it feels heavy. So these frequencies are sending out the wrong energy, the wrong message. And so another one that sometimes people have hidden is this heavy feeling of dread, shame, guilt, embarrassed. They're embarrassed that they have some money because maybe somebody over here doesn't have money or they're trying to hide their money. I don't know. There's all these games that we can play with money. Anyhow, this is a low frequency signal, and we're carrying this around maybe unconsciously. Then we have a sneaky one, resentment towards wealth. Oh my gosh, those rich people, all they try to do, what did that one person say? Uh, Something like, oh, they steal from the poor. I don't know. I can't remember the belief I heard out of this person's mouth, but I was kind of shocked because it was on the philosophy of rich people take from the poor. And I don't think that's really true. I think they donate. Anyhow, so we have these resentment towards wealthy people, and it's a judgment that you're repelling your abundance because some part of you is angry about what wealthy people do. And then we have a trap of when. So, have you ever said, when I have money, I'm going to go on vacation? When I have money, I'm going to go to that restaurant over there. When I have money, I'm going to feel abundant. Well, I hate to tell you this, but you got it backwards because the universe doesn't respond that way. You have to get abundant within, and then the universe comes and gives you more abundance because abundance is a feeling that starts within. So if any of these resonate with you, we're just finding a baseline. Don't judge yourself because believe me, I've been there. I'm sure we've all been there. But now we're going to talk about high vibe money signs and what it looks like when you're vibrating at a higher frequency. So this one is actually a little bit more fun because we get to bubble more, like be more excited. Okay, so the first is ease. So people are in a high financial frequency, they're a little bit more relaxed. They have this trust about them that the money's coming. They're not white knuckling or panicking over the bill. I heard this one man explain the bill when you go out to a restaurant. You get the bill, right? It's all written down. And most people will open it up and go, oh, Susie had hamburger. Sally had French fries. Susie Q had cheese quesadilla. Well, okay, the bill came out to $50. Okay, so that would be like a normal person, maybe a lower frequency person. High frequency person in ease would open up the bill, look at, oh, $50. I have to add tip, put the card out, give it to them, and they're done. They're not analyzing the bill. And they have this trust that they're provided for, money's there, it's flowing in, it's always there, and it always will be. And then the second is they have gratitude. They're grateful for what they have, even if it's $10, as much as 10,000. And they're always sending out this signal that says, yay, I'm already in abundance, and the universe says yes, gives me more, and I am grateful. And they just practice giving gratitude for what they have and what's on the way. And third, they have this confidence. And it's this inner knowing. And if you're around anybody that has a large sum of money, you'll notice that they just have this energetic abundance in their energy field. It's this confidence, like they have this knowing that it's all going to work out. They're not waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that leads to number 4, which is expectations. They're expecting good things to happen. They're expecting the unexpected check in the mail, or they're expecting the client to say yes, or they're expecting their solutions to problems get figured out easily and effortlessly. And they have faith, and the universe is meeting them back with evidence of, yeah, you have that expectation, so here it is. And the last one is they celebrate each other's abundance. Because when somebody is making a large successful win, let's call it, they're like, yay, you go, boy, because I know I'm next. And they look at it like, okay, it worked for him. That's proof it's possible. And I know mine is coming too. And so it's about this mind shift about how they're looking at money. Now, that leads us to the next part, which is our set point. And so, like a thermostat in a room, you can set it at 68 degrees. The room gets warm, the air conditioner kicks on, and the room cools back down to 68 degrees. We always have this set point, and it's our comfort zone. And if you're comfortable at that point, even if it's not quite enough, anytime you go up over that, you get a bonus or extra money comes in that month, you'll go back down to that comfortable position because your nervous system isn't feeling safe. And so you might get the bonus and you might have an unexpected bill or something happens and you get pulled back down to your set point. And then if you go under your set point, man, you go, I got to hustle, I got to push, I got to get it back up, right? And so this is why our income patterns repeat. And this is why you find yourself in like this cycle of not enough because we're in this pattern of, oh, I just went over, I dipped, and so, what we're going to work on is raising that set point so we feel safe in our nervous system. There's no threat, and it's okay to have large sums of money. Have a sip of water. So now we understand our set point. Well, there's a bridge where you are financially to the life that you're calling in. So the gap is not the distance you choose to hustle with. And the gap isn't the distance where you have to work more hours. So you close the gap by raising your frequency to match the version of you who already has what you want, who you're calling in. The version of you that exists in the quantum field right now. So you're not waiting for her or for you to earn your way to her. You're waiting for you, your vibration, to match her. Okay? Because she's already there, already waiting for you. And so, this way to think about it is it's not a destination, it's a state of being. It's who you're choosing to be. So the bridge where you are now, where you want to be, is made up of energy, your thought, your beliefs, the stories you talk about money or yourself, and the frequency you hold moment to moment throughout your day. So, why we really want to check in about our frequency during the day is so that we can keep it higher. So, the question to ask yourself is, am I vibrating abundance or lack? It's really simple. Am I up and happy, or am I sad and kind of frustrated? Because one energy is ease and trust and gratitude. The other one, of course, is fear, scarcity, and doubt. So just notice where your awareness is. And if it's not what you want, shift it, flip it. And we can do this really easy by changing our thinking, changing our feelings, thinking about something that makes us happy. And sometimes we get stuck in this style of thinking that takes us down. So just notice if you do that, because this data is gold. You have to pay attention to, excuse me, I keep burping, to what you're feeling during the day. And remember, we have ups and downs during the days. You wake up, you're excited, and you feel good. Maybe in the afternoon, you're tired and you want a nap. There's a dip. So pay attention to that and just notice where you're at. Okay, so this week, your assignment is to pay attention to the money dips, emotional dips, your frequency dips. And if you notice you go down, oh, awareness. Okay, I don't want that. Let's change it. I'm up, I'm happy, I'm excited. I'm I think of my son a lot, and that helps put me in this love energy, and it helps me to shift my energy. So find something to shift your energy, flip it around when you're feeling heavy, worried, stressed, and have fun playing this week. I'll see you in the community.